is a beautiful day in Seattle, Washington. The birds are chirping, and the hippie movement is in full swing. But women are going missing all over the city, and none of the police understand why. According to Britannica.com, Ted Bundy was born in Vermont on November 24th, 1946. He did well in school, and according to biography.com, he had a good relationship with his mom, though he was discovered to have an illegitimate relationship as far as his birth. He never found out who his father was, and his relationship with his stepfather was very rocky. He had a fascination with knives from a young age and showed signs of psychopathy, treating other children with less respect than most other children would, though he did well in school and got accepted to the University of Washington. It was in 1974 when a young lady named Karen Sparks was assaulted in her home. She survived the attack, but she had no recollection of the events or who attacked her. Just 1 month later, Ted Bundy took his first victim. His first known victim, that is. Later in life, he killed Linda Ann Healy, as well as 7 other women in Seattle, before moving to Salt Lake City. He killed 4 women there, including the attempted, and then he followed it by trying to kidnap Carol DeRanch, who survived the kidnapping and managed to escape. This led to his arrest several years later. In January of 1975, Ted Bundy killed Eileen Campbell, leaving her body in the mountains by a ski resort that was visited by many, many people. Her body was discovered, and later he would be charged with her murder. His girlfriend, Elizabeth Clever, saw that all these reports of women going missing and knew that her boyfriend would disappear for days on end and not tell her where he was going. She reported it, and they decided to interview her. In August of 1975, Ted Bundy was pulled over and arrested for objects that were found in his car, such as a ski mask, different blunt force weapons, handcuffs, very suspicious. In March 1st of 1976, he was convicted of the kidnapping of Carol DeRanch and sent to Utah to await trial for the murder of Eileen Campbell. However, he escaped prison on June 7th, 1977, and was gone for 6 days before he was recaptured. Later, he escaped again on December 30th of 1977. He went to Florida, and on January 15th, 1978, the infamous Chi Omega crimes took place, where he killed 2 women and injured 3. Later that week, he also murdered his last known victim, who was only 12 years old, a little girl named Kimberly Leach in Florida. She was only 12 years old, and her family still mourns her to this day. He was convicted of all the murders, of 2 murders, but he eventually would confess to 36 later in prison before he was electrocuted, according to crimemuseum.org, by electric chair on January 24th of 1989. To this day, no one is sure just how many people he actually killed. Some experts believe that it could be well over 100, though he only ever was convicted of 2 murders. His reign of terror lives on today.